Hey, welcome back. I'm here again. I took a good week off, quote unquote week off. I feel rested and interested in streaming again. Helped shake off a little bit of burnout I was maybe feeling in the background there. And they got 2 shorts ready. Now, Crash, you say 2 shorts, but only one of them has been published. That's right, I finished the second one, and it's going to be published in 2 weeks because I need to ration this shit out. I only have so much energy and time in the day to do video editing, and boy, the more I do video editing, the more I'm like, oh god, this shit is tedious. I don't know how much longer I can do this for. But complaining aside, I am proud of the work that I always make, but that's also why it ends up taking so long and is tedious and arduous. But, you know, it's still good. People watch it and that make me happy, so yippee. Back for another week of squirting. You're damn right we're squirting all over the place in 8 different meme-filled levels. It's gonna get dank in here. To my fellow 2016 gamers. Oh, I tried to punctuate that with an exaggerated sip of water. It was not a good idea. We're off to a strong fucking start tonight, I see. Alright. Epic. Let's get to that game, because we have a lot of backtracking to kind of get through and hopefully get through it fast. You might have realized that I'm in the fire stage. If you recognize the music, I'm in Angry Sun stage. That's because I figured if we gotta backtrack through stages, I know I backtracked for the spike thing here, but I didn't backtrack through the whole stage, and I still gotta go fight Quint, and maybe there's a thing I missed further along the way that I don't remember, so we're just gonna go through the whole stage again and fight Quint, and if Quint's the only thing there, then yippee, we're just fucking around, I guess, in the stages with the weapons now. So yeah, I figured that I'd get started with this stage because, well, if you remember, it was the only stage that just borked completely if I died in the second half, so I maybe want to get this out of the way first, so that way the bumpiness is at the beginning of the stream, and then we can get into a nice flow state later on. I also noticed that while staring at this menu screen for like the last 5 minutes, every single one of these icons, with the exception... oops, that's OBS changing shit wrong. Sorry about that. The joy of having joy to key. Every single one of these weapon icons is actually just reused from, you know, one of the various Mega Man games, the 8-bit Mega Man games, except for Illuminati tape. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think this exists anywhere else. I don't think there's a fucking, you know, upwards triangle with a little one-eyed happy face going on in any of the Mega Man 8-bit or I guess 16-bit games either, because right, like this Crash Bomb I think is taken from Wily Wars ? I can't quite remember, but Anniversary Complete Works. Yeah, that's it. That's where these are familiar from. Actually, that's right. But it's still funny. You just have the one that stands out being Illuminati tape, because of course the Illuminati one stands out. Anyways, yeah, cool, let's get going. Yeah, no, I'm glad you know, once your PC gets set up, it'll be good to have you back on the editing team, like that. Well, at full power on the, you know what I mean. Words escape me as always. But, you know, I was interested in getting a couple short things done, so it's no big deal. I come from the George Carlin School of Philosophy, where my favorite thing to do is complain. So complaining, if I'm complaining, that means that I'm in a relatively good mood, actually. If I'm not complaining, then there's trouble. Then you know I'm in some deep shit. Sweet. Well, thankfully with the break, I do have a handful of things I could probably talk about. Guess what's the first thing on my mind? The first thing on my mind, I guess, is that it has been... I believe I started doing this a little while ago, but it's starting to really pay dividends now, is the fact that, Thank you, Eddie. Is the fact that, I'm not demonstrating it well right now. Gotta get back into stream chops. Okay. It was the fact that, doing work from homes on Mondays now is actually much increased my ability to be awake during Monday streams consistently. I'm no longer you know, fighting for my fucking life to stay awake and trying to think like, how could I work in a nap before I start stream today? It's actually, you know, going quite nicely. I have energy. Ouch. Oh, right, the pit saber thingy. And like, I can be here and I can form, maybe not the most coherent sentences, but, you know, I can at least be awake and maybe talking consistently for 2 hours, not just kind of go like, dreary silence at the end. So, yay me, I've hacked my life to be a lot better. Okay, I guess the enemies have some iframes. They should have died there, but much increased ability. Yeah, I know. Look, I said my my alertness and my wakefulness went up, not my ability to form grammatically correct sentences. We'll just call it a part of Crash's new dialect, and that'll be fine. That'll justify things. I still don't get why we have Eddie just bouncing all over the goddamn place. Why he's bouncing on it. It's good because it means I can farm him. Oh, well, I could have farmed him, but it's still very funny. Oh yeah, cold weapons. Forgot the cold weapon is like this. I have to be careful to not like die of HP loss here. Ooh, okay, that was a weird interaction. All right. Go ability, throw ass in a circle. Yeah, we love that. Love that for him. Well, that didn't do a hell of a lot. Is pencil bomb any better? Yeah, that works. Alright, well, there was nothing else exciting in this stage to grab, so a little bit of a waste of time, but hey, now we get to go find Quint. Although, interestingly, Quint is sharing the same boss arena, which he didn't do last time. Oh, okay, Quint does actually do something. He doesn't just get completely stuck the whole time. So hold on, this is a bit loud in my ears. Why? Is it too loud on stream? No, I have the stream settings okay. I have to turn it down a little bit on my end. Alright. Well, at least he's not fucking locking me in like he was with the Illuminati tape. Yeah, wow, Quint's not making the greatest use of the Flame Blast here, whatever it was called. Poor dude. Quint can only do so well when he has the power of a shady organization backing him. I heard that man is mega? Oh, I get it. Because that's the square root of -1. Do you think the sequel to this game should be called the square root of -2, or do you think that should just be a different imaginary number? The Quotient's also a pretty good name for him. Alright, we do gotta go do Milk Stage again, because, well, now I have everything, and I think there might have been something I missed back here. Regardless, again, Quint, gotta go find Quint. At least I assume we do. Otherwise, it'd be kind of disappointing if there was just 8 unique Quint fights here for nothing. Oops. I'm surprised I didn't die there. Mega Man sine wave of -14.7. I'm not enough of a math off the top of my head. I'm turning into fucking Daffy Duck. Math off the top of my head aficionado like that. Is what special significance does that have? Sine wave of -14.7. Is that like a multiple of pi or? Oh yeah, is that just 2 pi? No, that's not 2 pi. Is it 4 pi? If it's a multiple of pi, then I get it, because then that would be like another number, a whole number. Well, anyways, what else could I yap about? I kind of talked about this in the Discord the other day, but I did, or like last week at this point. But Grim and Proto have put me onto watching Jupy Hornets uncommented Let's Plays and stuff again, which is fun, just not only for the fact it's like a little bit of a nostalgia lane kind of thing of like, wow, I haven't watched an uncommented Let's Play video in God knows how long. But it's also been fun too, because he's been replaying a lot of the X games lately, and he's recently finished up X7, that wonderful disaster of a game. And what was really interesting is that Jupy seems to be one of the few people on planet Earth that don't just vociferously hate X7. Like, he made it clear enough that he didn't really like the game, but, oh hey, welcome, Ilvo. He didn't really love the game, but he still kind of, like, said, the hate for this game's overblown, like, it's fine, blah, 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 it's tolerable. And, like, as Grim and I discussed, like, yeah, sure, it's tolerable, but I don't think that that deserves high or really any praise. It is, like, goodness gracious. Like, I get in one sense, like, Jupy managed to do things a lot faster, because, like, he went with, like, the sane person strategy of, like, optimally, okay, there's nothing else over here. Optimally, like, oh, there's, okay, hold on. Alright, time to break the fucking game again. Let's go. Yeah! Okay, well, that sucks. Time to do that stage again. Hey, Proto. Yeah, you did arrive. Now you get to see all of Milk's stage again. Yeah, I mean, definitely... Hold on, let me finish, I guess, my other thoughts first. But I do agree that, yeah, suggesting that Jupy play the UK version of the game instead of the US version of the game definitely helps things with, like, the damage values not being so irritating. But, you know, just the fact that it is a game that, like... Hold on. I feel like I've tested this before, but I need to go see if that's a rush jet-able spot. Yeah, I'm not getting this out coherently because I keep getting interrupted all the time. Yeah, the idea that, like, it's a okay game just because you can iframe your way through everything with enough triple barrier and, what else? Triple barrier and, like, shock buffer and all that is, like, okay, sure, the game can be played to the end and it's not going to be 100,000,000,000% miserable. But you're not even fighting anything. You're not actually doing any fun gameplay loop. And it's not like it's a stealth game where not fighting things can be fun. It's a Mega Man game. You're supposed to be fighting things, but it's just the fact that fighting things also isn't fun in that game. I agree, Proto. It's kind of a band-aid solution to things, and, like, I don't know. For me, like, that is something that absolutely makes me hate a game. It's just, like, not engaging with its core gameplay just, you know, is the more fun option. Like, I just genuinely think that that is... Even if I can play the game in such a way that my mood isn't instantly ruined by playing it, like, it is such a damper on the experience of booting up a piece of software that is meant to be enjoyable, that is just, like... This is bad. This is actively kind of pissing me off that I can't just play the game. Yeah, so... That was one thing just about the gameplay alone, but then it's also just, like, stuff about, like, kind of defending, almost, the story and, like, the voice acting and some of the other stuff from the game being just, like, really? You don't think it's that bad? Like, the voice acting in X7 is at least as bad as X4's. You know, or at best as bad as X4's. It's definitely not serviceable or better in any way. Like, I can't stand X sounding so whiny. I can't stand Axel sounding like a literal child. Zero's okay, but he, you know, kind of has the Skyrim voice problem of, like, yeah, he didn't know what context he was reading these lines in. Cygnus barely, like, even enunciates. You can barely hear his ass. I believe, yeah, I checked that already. That's a bit. Ow. Thanks, Power Master, dickhead. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Yeah, it's... I don't know how those aspects of X7 are defensible at all. It's kind of crazy. Let me catch up before I keep ranting. Was ever concerned of Milk from this game is both Milk from Nezumi-Man as well as the recurring character of Milk from MaGMML? Well, I would definitely bet you that it's the recurring character of Milk from MaGMML, because this is also SnoruntPyro's game. So, given that she's responsible for both things, then yeah, this is definitely Milk from MaGMML, or Milk in MaGMML, because this game predates that. Or at least predates MaGMML 2? I don't remember if this predates MaGMML 1 off the top of my head. I think it's actually after it. No, it's definitely after it because it's also made in the Blyka engine, but the RushJet actually functions in this game. So yeah, that's that. I don't know about Nezumi-Man, though. I think another argument he made is if this had original characters, was connected to the Mega Man franchise, it'd be appreciated more. Which could be true, but it being tied to Mega Man is bad. I... honestly... like, on the one hand, yes, sure, it would be received more positively if it wasn't a Mega Man game. On the other hand, it still wouldn't be a good game. It would still be a pretty bad game. This would be one of those things that, like, fucking 2013 Pro Jared would have probably picked up off the fucking bargain bin and laughed at for being like, look at this, this is, like, you know... Dick and the evil robots. Like, that's basically what the fucking... It's a Drake and the 99 Dragons kind of shit tier game. Maybe that's a little bit overzealous, but I genuinely don't think anything saves X7 in its current state. Like, even a rebrand does not make things better. It's abysmal. IMO. Yeah. Can't defend the voice acting, literally a lot of VA's first attempts, which is fair to them, but it's not fair to us, damn it. Oh, alright. Oh, thanks, Toss Tortoiseshell. Oh, Toss Tortoiseshell. That makes sense. Drake of the 99 Dragons might be worse than X7? Oh, I'm sure it probably is, but I had to come up with some kind of example. I think voice, X4's VA is worse, but X7 has horrendous voice direction. X4 also has really horrendous voice direction, though. Like, almost no sentence comes out of that game that actually feels like it was delivered in, well, by a native English speaker, and that's because it wasn't delivered by a native English speaker. But it also just is really bad, for that being so as obvious as it is. Also, wow, this is a good weapon. Yeah, no, I can't. I won't defend. I'm not about also start saying X4's also has that anything good qualities to it, but I will still say X7's is like only slightly better of direction than like X4's. I guess maybe it's better in direction in the sense of like it's better in direction in the sense of like, oh yes, these sentences sound a little bit more natural, but it's not great in direction as far as like, well, what should the characters' like emotions and attitudes and feelings actually be like? That's pretty bad on X7's part. Guns rough, functions better than Drake and 99 Dragons, new disabling enemy hitbox is useful. I know, right? Only Tornado Fang did that a little bit more easily or consistently. I think only some of X4's direction is bad, but I think that's largely because of the points it's at its worst involves the worst VAs for the game. I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I guess most of X4, or most of, like, X's actual voice lines are serviceable, I guess. They're not awful. But still, that's not very high praise. Look, I just don't like the fact that X still sounds like a little boy. I don't think that that's right. I will never forgive that. Ow. Boy, I could really use a health pickup. Thank you. Okay, that's some bullshit. X's voice direction X4 is non-existent, though? I mean, it's barely existent, but, like, he does speak in the end cutscene, so that's something. And also in the, cutscene with, Double. Yeah, miscasting issue, not direction issue. So fine, fair there, but, you know. I will say that if 3 out of the 4 of your... maybe 3 out of the 5, I guess, of your characters with speaking roles in the game have very shit direction. I don't think that you're allowed to say the game has, you know, decent direction. I guess maybe X7's is slightly better? I don't know. What was your opinion again? Let me look at that. X7 is horrendous voice direction? No, so yeah, no, my opinion still stands that X4 and X7 have, like, equally horrendous direction. Because, like, again, Zero doesn't sound so bad in X7. It doesn't sound great, but he at least is fine. And same thing with, like, Sigma and Red also sound fine in X7. But it's like, you know, again, that's like the majority of your cast sounds off. It's not a good thing in both games. Our boss, I have no English dub lines like in the JP version. Yeah, that probably is good. X7 has good VAs with bad directions for bad VAs and direction. Okay, I can agree more to that. Anyhow, yeah, so the voice acting discussion aside as well, like, so Jupi kind of defended that, which I thought is insane. And then what are some other things? And then I don't think Jupi railed on the story as hard as most people do. I mean, Jupi definitely railed on the fact that X, you know, being a kind of a sissy is stupid. And also the fact that it is inconsistent with, like, X being like, you know, Axel, you know, prove that you're worthy of being a Maverick Hunter. And then at the end, Axel, why'd you kill those guys? You shouldn't have been a Maverick Hunter. Yeah, that's dumb, but it's like, I mean, I do enjoy the fact that the plot of X7 is more character-driven, but, like, that alone is not, like, it's like, wow, this game has character-driven plot is just a thing you can say about a game, and it can be executed good and bad, and boy, is it still executed fucking horribly in X7. Yeah. I'll give the X7 the one thing that Grim is pointing out. X7's plot is more of a nothing burger, which is kind of a benefit, considering that most of the X games plots is the opposite of a nothing burger, and just, like, usually a gigantic disaster, flaming hot disaster. So, yay, X7! Okay, I think I still have, so I've done Milk, Doodlebob, Angry Sun this game. I didn't do Tossed Tortoise with Quint, just to find Quint there. So I might need to go back there. Yeah, I guess we can go do that then. Alright. The 7 of 8 Quint souls. I guess that's a good point. I didn't even think about this. I'm not even going to get the chance to go ahead and fight Quint in the hello stage, you know, at least not immediately, question mark. X7 Cygnus is voiced by Symphony of Night Alucard. Huh. Wow, okay. Fine. They got some credentials there. I'll give them that. Alright, let me... This is probably just a solid wall and it's gonna hurt me, but... Oh yeah, it's just a solid wall. Yippee! Yeah, it is nice that... Yeah, never mind. But, yeah, so, I don't know. X7, conclusion. Still a insane bad game, and I cannot believe that somebody has, like, a moderate opinion on it instead of, like, a vehemently, like, infuriated one. Is this good? No, that's death. Okay. But I'm still excited to see the X8 playthrough, though. I did start watching that today. I got about halfway through the video, so I still need to watch the rest of it, but, you know, X8 still being, like, my favorite of the X games, even if it is definitely more flawed than say X1 and 2. I will agree that X1 and 2 are, like, just definitely better games. But X8's still my fave, so I'm gonna be happy to see this playthrough. To be fair, the AVG and wannabe era is over. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's like, I don't need people to, like, you know, just everybody be an anti and be negative about shit all the time. I mean, that's enough of a problem in the world as it is. I should... Okay, hold on. I should check if that is actually a pit down there. Of course, I'm gonna take a lot of damage for it now, but... What? Huh? Okay. Got a little bit of city war in this, in this shit. Fake block, real fake block. Fake real block, actually. But it is still very much like, I don't want everything to be vociferously hated, but it is still like, X7 really is worth it. I don't know how you can construct a cinema wins out of X7, right? Like, I feel like any defense of X7 is pretty much coping. But I don't know. It's like I said, for me, it's like this is one of the worst games. X7 is simply put just one of the worst games I have ever played that isn't like a joke game. You know, it isn't a meme game like fucking Big Rigs or something like that. So like, yeah, I have very strong opinions about it as a result. But otherwise, you know. So it's very hard for me to say, oh no, this game doesn't deserve to be ridiculed constantly. Want to play a better X7? Play X8. Already played X8? Play Extreme 2. I mean, you know, I would say if you actually wanted to play a better X7, you should play, what was it called? Deltroid? Delta... I posted it a while ago, and I talked about it during my X7 playthrough, but it's like, I'd have to look it up again, but it's like it's some Steam game. It's like something Deltaroid or Project Deltroid or something like that. Proto remembers what I'm talking about. It's a shame I don't remember what I'm talking about. Oh, hey, that's... Oh, that's real nice. Oh, that's real nice. Yeah, oh, hold on, I have the soundboard. Let me...
Oh, that's real nice.
There we go. Alright, well, I found it, but I also found the soft block. Ain't that fun? Yeah, X7 isn't a meme game. It's just a bad game that happens to have memes. Like, it's a game that you can tell there was genuine effort put into X7, but it just managed to be less than the sum of its parts somehow. Well, another soft block for the collection. It's all right. What's one more gonna do? But anyways, yeah, I was bringing up that other Project Deltroid or whatever the fucking game it was called. I wish I could remember it, but from what I heard, like, that actually has, like, you know, 3D Mega Man type shit in it, which if you're really fixing for 3D type Mega Man, then yeah, you need to, you know, play something like that instead of X8 to get your fix. Oh, I just skipped a lot of stage on accident. Here, let me just get crushinated. Head out another minute, you have Mega Man Legends. Epic. That's also kind of your X7, yeah, could be a good X7 substitute. Alright, well, I guess we're restarting the stage. Because, you know, we have Mega Man Legends managing to be the best 3D series for Mega Man, so... Yeah, I collect the soft locks like General Grievous with lightsabers. Oh, this one's in blue. Oh, this one's from a Doom game, and this one's this one happens when you get Shadow accidentally stuck in the corner. You clip him right in there. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, yes, excited to see Jupi play through X8 because I love the game and it is good, even though it is also definitely laden with problems, more problems than some of the previous X games were. And this one brings me to the penis explosion chamber. This one's Wily Machine Requiem. This one got me hit in the head with a coconut. Proto, before you go, let me invite you onto the next topic I did want to ask about. What is y'all's favorite icons for Mega Man's pickups? Like, in what version of it? So for me, my answers to that would be Mega Man. My favorite health pickup is from Mega Man 11. My favorite weapon pickup is from Mega Man 8. And I guess favorite 1-up is also Mega Man 8, but let's be fair, there's not many choices there. It's either you choose... I don't remember this guy. You choose, your 8-bit face, which is great. We love the 8-bit face. You choose your Mega Man 7 16-bit face, or you choose the helmet in Mega Man 8, or the 3D model in Mega Man 11. I guess it's a fair number of choices, but most of them are very identical, so it's like, less diverse than, say, your weapon pickups and your health pickup options are. But I just really like how Mega Man 8's weapon pickup looks, especially, like, the fact that it has, like, the little, pink center to it, and just the way it looks is like a vertical pickup, as opposed to, like, the rounded pickup, or the of the health in all the other games, and the, and the horizontal weapon pickups of the other games. I don't know. It's nice. It's different. I like it. Mega Man 11's 1-ups look a little goofy. Yeah, I mean, they are just a big rotating Mega Man head, so I could see that. I want to say 11's got your favorite pickups for the most part, but favorite 1-up is probably 8. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to have that little empty helmet there. I think it's a good look. Mega Man 1 does have a 1-up pickup, being the heart. That is true. That is an option. Thank you, Chris. And I guess in the same vein, too, like, Mega Man Powered Up's health pickup is roughly similar to Mega Man 11's, though I think Mega Man 11's is just proportioned a little bit better, so I do prefer Mega Man 11's over all of them. Like, I've always preferred Mega Man 1's design for the health pickups, but it's just, obviously, for Mega Man 1's art is a little bit on the rough side sometimes. So to see Mega Man 11 basically reimagining that as a polished 3D model is quite nice. Alright, see you, Proto. Alright. See you later, NES games, simplified look. Wait, hold on. Bias towards Mega Man 1's health and weapon energy. Think the later NES games simplified look for both is a better choice overall. Yeah, what the fuck is Quint doing? It's very funny because it seems like I accidentally fought all the times Quint was competent with a weapon on the previous stream, and now I'm fighting Quint fucking around with the weapon. There's literally no way for him to hit me with this. You silly little green robot. I'll send you back to the future from whence you came. Yeah. I mean, I do like the fact that the other 8-bit games do have a consistent style for the weapon and health pickups. But yeah, I do think that they definitely get a little bit too simple for, like, their own benefit at a certain point. Although, I'll say Mega Man 1's weapon energy pickup, now that was simple. That's probably my least favorite one of them, because it's just a blue tube, and that's really it. I like that, like, 2 and onward had, like, the blocky horizontal weapon pickups, like, some details of, like, little circles and lights in there. I still think it's inferior to Mega Man 8's, but, Alright, I don't think I explored Plant Man yet in the previous session, so let's do that again. Certain X8 has the worst 1-up. I wasn't really even considering the X series in this question, but I mean, I guess that's a good additional one to try to consider. I'll have to let me marinate on that, and I can get back to you what my favorite and least favorite Mega Man 8 pickups are. Actually, wait, no, I definitely did do this stage already, because there was at the end. It was like a drop down. Okay, so no, I don't need to do Plant Man stage again. Alright. Then, I guess... I think there's a spot I want to test in the Illuminati stage. I know I've done this one already, but I do remember there being, like, a little spike path that, like, I want to try sliding on now that I have, now that I have the spike guard. Not the one that led to the secret exit, but there was, like, another smaller one underneath, like, a Joe at a checkpoint that I didn't have the spike guard for previously. I want to see if that's maybe something. Mega Man's head for 1-up is very cute and much more iconic in your opinion. That's fair. Like, I definitely like it. It's very good. And, you know, it's a face that we've all come to know and love, but it is definitely a, you know, I definitely like the more refined look that, Mega Man 8 offers as a variation. Assist kill on Eddie. He knows what he did. We could also, I guess, ask, what's your favorite form of Yashichi? But I'm pretty sure the Yashichi is, like, almost the exact same in every incarnation it exists in, so... It's not a really poignant question, that. But yeah, let me think about X8's. Or Mega Man X's, items and see which ones I like. I'm very partial to, the health pickups from the SNES games. I really like how those look. I don't know, something about the little yellow and orange, like, sun-like figure inside of it is actually really nice. I'm less of a fan of the PlayStation's, health pickups. Like, they're fine, but, like, I don't know. Something about them just feels a little boring to me. Which is, I know it's ironic, considering I like that Mega Man 11's and I guess, like, powered ups and 1's health pickups are basically, like, containers for, like, a little sun energy orb, but, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way the perspective is on the model, or the sprite of, the Mega Man PlayStation, ones, but I don't know, something about it just is a little bit boring to me. X7's is probably the worst because it's just loose blue and yellow lights. I don't think that that's good in any way, shape, or form. It's pretty mediocre. And then I don't think I really remember X8's very much, so I guess they just aren't in my mind. Okay, this is the spot I came back here for. You're serious? Stupid game. Okay. Stupid in a great way. Anyways. Yeah, let me go over towards hello now. I don't think there's anything left that I haven't scoured, so I'm pretty sure that the last book of hairstyles I'm looking for is going to be in hello's stage. I'm pretty sure I fought all of the Quints in the previous... Yeah, I did, because I dropped in on Thomas, that's where I found Quint last time. I fought Illuminati, and that was a pain in the ass, and I fought Plantman last time, so I fought Tortoise, Milk, Angry Sun, and Doodlebob Quint this time, so yes, now we're off to hello, finally. Making progress. About your video's progress, Chris. I've done some recording with your phone's recorder, and it was horrible. Yeah, I agree, that's what happens when you record off of a phone, yeah. You will, unfortunately, likely have to, invest some money. Can I stomp? I don't think I can. No, of course not. Alright. You'll definitely have to invest a wee bit of money into a, actual microphone. The 5 microphones, just need to wait for it to arrive. Sweet. Okay, that's a pit. Just thought maybe it might be a little secret or something. Oh, good. Hopefully your mic arrives and it sounds swell. I personally use a Shure MV7, and which is one of those, like, fucking... I guess it's close to top of the line like $300 microphones, but that's because I had expendable budget, so, you know, that's just how it is. I used to use like a Razer Siren X for a very long time, which was a pretty affordable, like $70 microphone. And, you know, it sounded alright, but it definitely had no, like, it had no ability to, like, mediate impact noises, so, like, any little, time I hit the desk or, like, you know, jiggled things around, it would very obviously, like, transmit that kind of harsh, tapping of the solid desk, through the microphone, and that doesn't make for great streaming. You can work with that. It's not great for streaming just because of the fact that you're likely going to have little incidental bumps. But, you know, for recording, it's usable. Oh, suddenly duck hunt. Okay, hi, Cutman. Okay, alright, so that doesn't work like it does in the Illuminati section. I still can't believe those are words coming out of my mouth in 2025. 26? I know what year I'm in. Cut, hunt. So you did find out that Rush has a chance to drop Yoshichi during the Rush Charger in Mega Man 8. Oh, that's fun. I think I've seen that like once before. Can't quite remember. Hit. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty rare thing to happen, but it is cool when it does happen. Makes up for the fact that, you know, it almost makes up for the fact that there's no goddamn E-tanks or M-tanks in 8. I still don't know why they thought that was a cool idea. I mean, like, shit, at least even the X series gives you sub-tanks to work with, and W-tank, like, singular. The fact that Mega Man 8 just gives you nothing besides Rush Charger? It feels weird. It feels very weird. And needlessly cruel. Like, only Mega Man 1 did that, and that's because there wasn't a concept of an E-tank yet. I probably can't get up there with anything. Alright, room that punishes you for not having a charge shot prepared. Excellent. I also get Rush Search. Okay, true, you do get that. Yeah, nice little cheap microphone if you want to start YouTube's good. You know, but I would say probably for, you know, my personal recommendations is like, start with the $70 range, and I want that peanut. Aw, damn it. Alright. You know, starting in the $70 range is pretty good for, like, as far as quality is concerned. But yeah, definitely don't go off the deep end and spending like $300, like me, unless you have that kind of money to blow, in which case, go ahead, I can't tell you what to do with your money. Health pickups now refill energy more? Sweet. Alright, I could use that. Milk spray, help me! Damn it, milk spray. Well, hello. I don't think that this is gonna... Yeah. What the hell is that? Oh my god, the bounce flower attack. Yikes. I didn't think I saw that before in the bonus stage. Alright, fire. I definitely wanted to jump there. Yeah, that's a bit chaotic. I don't really like that attack. B. Phase 2? This boss had a phase 2? Okay, well, it's dead now. Amen. I guess I did all have phase 2s, yeah. I just don't remember actually seeing it during the bonus stage for this guy. Yahoo Barrage. Oh, hell yeah. I love yahoo.com. Wrong Yahoo, but come on, can you blame me? Mega Man even sports the purple colors of that long defunct website. Okay. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? I totally didn't accidentally see this coming from looking at wiki pages. Alright, well, now that we have choices again, hey folks, where do you want me to go first? Doc Milk, Doc Doodlebob, Doc Thomas, or Doc Plantman? I do think that he prefers to be called Dr. Bob, but, you know, it's okay. He's evil. We don't have to respect that. Doc Doodlebob? Alright, let's go. It's a shame there's no Dr. Pepper to fight with Doc Milk. Then we could actually have Doc Pilk. That'd be pretty cool. Ah, there's a paper cut around here. Ah, it's red and there's blood soaked into everything. Doodlebob's the dark counterpart to Doodle Dip. Bobbing versus dipping. I get, yeah, okay. Yeah, grammar joke. Yeah, grammar joke. Or I guess it would be more of a diction joke. So it's about words at syntax. One of them's word choice. Oh, hey, another book of hairstyles. Don't mind if I do. Alright, good weapon for this? Okay, good. They shoot fire, but they're still pretty vulnerable to it. Okay, I see. Those guys only appeared not based on time, but based on positioning on the screen. YouTube recommended you to get a F5 product. Your friend also recommended to me. That's why you picked it. Alright. I've never heard of the brand personally, but, you know. If it comes recommended to you from a friend, then, sure, why not? Okay, I see. If this is the end of the stage already, then I'm guessing all of these are gonna be fairly short. Nope, okay, there's more stage after this. Oh shit, we had... He's also purple! I don't remember Strike Man throwing out this many balls. This is a mess. This is a goddamn mess. This is a concept as half-baked as the actual Doc robots. Oh, barely meant to get through that. But fine, I'm still not familiar either way, but, you know, cool. Alright, cool, there's like junk scribbles. That's awesome. And looks like there's probably a secret up here. Hopefully this isn't just me skipping progress. It kind of looks like it's maybe just me skipping stuff. Oh, no, well, hold on. There's a book over here. Okay, so the... so RushJet still has some problems. It's not completely fixed. Alright, cool. Ow. Also, ow. Like, damn, I'm supposed to have both Spike and Pit immunity. What the hell? Alright, well, okay. What the hell's down here, then? This is fascinating. I see. Okay, well, optional mini-boss. Let's see. Other things. I also replayed, Grim got to see me do this, but I replayed Mega Man Super Fighting Robot over the break. I haven't played that game in years. That was one of like the first Mega Man fan games I ever gave a shot, and you know, I used to remember it being like really, really difficult, like just kind of brutally difficult when I didn't really want to play it that much. But after playing it again, I think maybe some of those memories were just like the remnants of the hard mode playthrough that I once did for the game. Because, yeah, playing it again, it really wasn't that bad. I mean, it's maybe annoying that your Buster, by default, only does... Hey, that's real fake bullshit down here. Okay, well, extra fake bullshit. But yeah, it really wasn't that difficult to just play the game on normal again. It was pretty tolerable, all things considered. I had a good time, and like the weapons, I forgot how like fucking the weapons in Super Fighting Robot are all like really, really good. My favorite weapon is probably the the creatively named Trash Attack, which basically is, what if Power Stone shot out 8 balls of garbage and they all exploded, and you also got a little double jump every time you fired the weapon. It's really good. I would definitely recommend trying out Super Fighting Robot if you haven't. It's a old fan game, but it's a pretty good one. Okay. Quoller Man. Alright, well, whereas Heat Strike Man was, an absolute fucking disaster, this actually feels like a pretty manageable concept, all things considered. I mean, I'm definitely kind of failing right here, but this feels like it makes more sense. Which is actually crazy to see a Quickman reincarnation not be one of the absolutely most spastic things you could possibly ever see. Hell, awesome. Good stage. Alright, where next? Doc Plant, Doc Thomas, or Doc Milk? It was Street Man before, and this is Solic Man. Quillor. The game's... the words ain't exactly wording for any of them. I wonder if they're all going to be Mega Man 10 and 2 fusions, because that would kind of make sense, given that, like, you know, the Doc robots are originally Mega Man 2, and I'm guessing Mega Man 10 was new-ish around this time. So maybe the inspiration to combine the two would have been there. All right, is there still nothing over here? All right, still nothing. Just a soft lock location. Cool. Wicked chewed, man. Okay, now that we're back in Thomas's stage, I can actually talk about this as well. Chris will be especially happy to hear this, as a fellow fan. I started watching Thomas the Tank Engine retrospective video essays within the last couple of days. I found a guy by the name of The Unlucky Tug talking about basically character analyses, or like, yeah, character discussions for like a every given character in the Thomas universe, over all of their appearances between the books, okay, you need rush code to get out of here, that's kind of dumb. Between the books and the original Model Train show, and then the CGI series of the show. It's really cool to get. I'm going down like a nostalgia trip again, a nostalgia train, if you will, and kind of remembering. Well, one, starting to remember the characters by name, and two, remembering how much I liked all of the characters as well. In particular, I found his channel because there was a video on Diesel 10, the crane-wielding psychopath of the crane-wielding psychopath train of the Magic Railway movie, and Man, I love that Jersey talking motherfucker. He was so insane and so delightfully kind of evil. And always like this weird little boxy design. Oh, Crash Sheep. Trash Man. Okay, alright. This kind of works. Creep Man. Alright, that's better. Okay, way to fucking jump, Crash Man. Oh, what? Damn. All right. Jerk ass. What the hell are you supposed to do against that? Bet that essay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got a copyright strike again for having this music. Fuck me. Well, not actual strike, but you know, a little copyright notice. He's the one who made you love watching Thomas again? Oh, sweet. Oh, it's when he presses the fire button. Damn it. I don't want to have to fight him with pellets. But I guess I have to. Or, you know, do some shit like this. Okay, I guess I can just take it as slow as I want then. This feels very awkward. Yeah, let's eliminate the awkwardness. Let's just... Well, I was about to say let's not use charge shots, but... I love how this is exclusively awkward because it's not Mega Man 2. That's actually a pretty good fusion there. I'll give Pyro that. This made his own Thomas episode with real model trains. Yeah, I actually kind of saw a I saw one of his shorts doing a little mini episode, which is cool. I'm excited to get back into things. It's like, you know, now I can remember. It's like, oh yeah, I really love Donald and Douglas, the Scottish trains. Those two were funny. Funny little working guys. Or you have Bill and Ben being the similar duo of similar brotherly train duo that got into trouble. I'm real excited for the one on James. I haven't watched that one yet, but I do remember James being kind of a prick of an engine, and so I definitely want to just see his ass get deconstructed or, you know, analyzed for being, you know, stuck up in a terrible train. Crashman's biggest fan, not knowing. Okay, look, it's... I get it, but also... You know, don't normally have to deal with charge shots and how that would relate to how Crashman works. It's just not a thing that I would normally have to consider. Well, this looks like bonus. Let's go this way. Yeah, so far I've watched a good number of those Thomas videos again, and it's really got me in the mood to revisit childhood. Well, okay, I don't think there's much of an elegant solution to that one. Alright, I'll take that book of hairstyles, thank you. Really? If you don't feel like backtracking a total of 1 minute, you could always throw yourselves into the spikes there. Backstory is interesting to say the least, in the Railway series books. You won't spoil it, though. I did watch one of his videos basically saying that, like, James is based off of, like, a one-of-a-kind kind of engine in the real world, so, like... I got a little spoiled on that, but, you know, only from watching his other content. But, you know, interesting still. Real spikes? I don't know. Now I'm curious. I gotta test. Is these real spikes or not? Well, I will never know, because it doesn't seem like Rush is going to let me do that. Hello, Thomas. I haven't gotten to your episode yet, either. Well, hold on. Before I take the obvious route. These also kind of look like real spikes, but the books of hairstyles are very well hidden. I had to check. Maybe there's a screen transition up there. Oh, one thing that was also funny about watching the Thomas videos again is that, well, I finally learned what the fuck a tank engine actually is. I dipped my toes into the train autism just a little bit and decided to actually learn what the difference is between a tank engine / steam engine. You've got to be fucking kidding me. How is this a soft lock? Well, sort of soft lock. I actually decided to learn what the difference is between a tank engine, a diesel engine, and more specifically then a diesel hydraulic versus a diesel electric engine, which, hey, that's interesting. Just to understand a little bit more about, like, you know, the evolution of power, and how that got delivered to different machinations. It's very funny to me how, okay, Airman, you're not... This isn't it, Airman. It's very funny to me how, like, how striking it was that I really didn't know much about how, like, steam hydraulics and diesel hydraulics really work. Like, just how little I know about the idea of using hydraulics to transfer power from one place to another. Anyways, planter milk. Because I just grew up in the, like, you know, fully electrified age. I'm just thinking, like, yeah, something makes, like, you know, charges a battery, and that sends, like, electrical current somewhere, and, like, that does another thing, and it's just, like, you know, it's almost like a currency. It just transfers around, like, a currency of joules, and that just moves things around. Meanwhile, like, thinking about old physics, about, like, hydraulics and stuff, is, like, how the hell do you just manage to... Like, I understand the idea of, like, well, you have expanding gas and gas pistons, and that has to, like, push things around, and it pushes, like, you know, or, like, a gear or something, and, like, that gears and on another axle, and then that moves stuff around, too. Like, I kind of get the underlying physics of it, but I definitely do not understand the actual nitty-gritty of how the fuck hydraulics... I can't conceptualize it. And that's, like, a funny thing to me. I don't really care to learn entirely right now either, but it gives me a greater appreciation for, like, you know, steampunk and, I guess also diesel punk as aesthetics, because, like, you know, those are also basing everything off of hydraulic technology and somehow transferring it. You know, me love solar punk, but I will admit, it is pretty blasé to just be like, yeah, you know, this powers electricity, and electricity goes places, and, like, electricity makes shit work. Ooh, backwards. Interesting. Pill that make you go backwards. And you can slide, you can moon slide. Damn, hold on. That's kind of fire. Moon sliding, hell yeah. Eat that, Michael Jackson. Ow. Let me take the, wait, no. Go back. There's more to explore over here. Okay. Had to be sure. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I never got stuck with the obsession with trains, because, like, that is a deep rabbit hole. The ability to obsess over, like, oh, well, yeah, this is a very specific engine made in this era, and it's unique from its, you know, sister here, because it has, like, an extra, you know, 4 cogs to the crankshaft, and this gives it an extra 0.28 horsepower. It's like, oh, my goodness, all right. That is some... I analyze, I'm into some nerdy shit. I like stats for nerds, but that is some stats for nerds. My goodness. It's too much for me. You know, it kind of makes it all the more evident why I was not a, statistical chemistry type of person. Oh, that's why there's a crack up there. Alright, well, let's go explore it then. I was not a statistical chemistry person, just someone who liked playing with reagents and seeing what I got out of it. I don't care how the math told me it got there and why physics said it was good. I just cared that I could make it. Sweet. Well, all right. Or your cousin here, we'd be knee-deep in the train autism, yeah. Bubble Nitro. Alright, we got Nubble Man. Why the fuck am I trying to use this? Oh, okay, Bubble Man. Boy, this is certainly a strategy you're using. It's kind of effective. You're doing better than Airman, I'll say that, but... Okay, it's definitely effective. It's just very, very frantic. Jesus. It's more frantic than, like, Quickman feels. Even in, like, the other games, that, like, normal versions of Quickman. Alright, well, cool idea. See, you definitely don't know the history of trains because you're not autistic enough. But you can appreciate that some people have the fascination with the train. Say the reason for that is because they watched. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people got their train obsession because of Thomas, which is cool. More power to them. I just could never. Ooh, 1-up. I like that. And then some steam engines were scrapped because they were replaced by diesels, and some steam engines still survive today, even in the museum. Yeah, that's also cool to understand. It's like, oh, that's why we had, like, this rivalry between the steam engines and the diesel engines, because it was like a technological revolution in the show, because it was like, oh, it was a technological kind of competition as well. I see. That's cool historical context. We like that. Boy, that interacts with that gimmick weirdly. Favorite character in Thomas is Gordon. He loved his rivalry with Spencer. I haven't refreshed my memory on who Spencer was, but yeah, I do remember I liked Gordon quite a bit as a kid. I think I was ultimately a Toby fan though as a kid, because I definitely liked how you know, Tug points out in his videos that like Toby was basically one of those like original shitpost type grandpa characters of just like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna troll all of you. Even back then, I was enough of a little shit to enjoy Toby pulling, you know, maybe not elaborate pranks on everybody, but just like watching someone fail, laughing at them, being like, okay, I'll get you out of the situation now. Or, you know, teaching lessons by being like, oh, I thought you said you were like the shit. Why aren't you doing this now? Are you like not as cool as you said you were? And then they get into trouble because they're like young fucking trains that are like all full of themselves. It's a good time. This is probably a pit. Still. Yeah, alright. Had to know. Alright, well, I'll take my... Oh, well, I want to take my friend with me to the boss, but I guess not. I guess he can chicken out. Metal Pump. Alright, this one makes sense. Pump Man should be here. Okay. Alright, that makes a little bit more sense. Oh, and Metal Man makes sense here too, because of the fucking conveyor belt platform. Nice. This still feels a little bit fucked up in the sense of, like, I don't know when Metal Man is going to, release his barrage, and spamming at him no longer feels like it exactly makes sense like it would in Mega Man 2. But, you know, it's still fairly manageable. He doesn't do all that much damage. I think he's doing, what, 2 per hit? He's doing 1 per hit. Alright, never mind. That's fairly easy. He probably could have done at least 2 damage. Alright, one last stage left here for the Doc Robots. Go on to Plant Man. Doc Plant. So I don't know, how have y'all been? It's been, I mean, I've definitely kept up with Grim, but, you know, in case y'all have anything interesting to say that I missed within the last, week or so, I'd be happy to recount it, chat about it. I've got a couple other things I could talk about, but I gotta save a couple things for tomorrow's Freedom Planet stream. I thought I would just, you know, get through all my Mega Man topics today, so that way, you know, stay on theme, right? Oh, there's red things here. Edward's one of those wise old characters, while Toby's one of those, I want to see you fail, then I'll help you. Yeah. And I relate to that on a spiritual level. Having played the Billy and Mandy beat 'em up on the GameCube growing up, there is no line that sticks in my head more from that game than Mandy's victory line of, "It's not enough that I succeed, others must fail." I'm like, so true, bestie. And I mean, I don't really actually apply that philosophy to life, but, you know, when it's funny, I'll apply that philosophy. I won't apply that to say, it's not like VTubing, say, is a zero-sum game. I'm not out here to do that. But, you know, when you can make it a laugh about, oh, okay, someone's trying to compete in this thing and they just don't really know shit and it's a low-stakes thing and they're my rival, yeah, okay, I'm gonna let them fail. Like, it's gonna be funny. Or if I'm fucking around with my friends in a game, then that's the best time to just watch them fail and then help them afterwards. You know, Sun Tzu said, don't correct your enemy while they're making a mistake. Like me, right now, I'm making a huge mistake. See? Huge mistake. I soft-locked myself again. Oh, I really soft-locked myself. I can't pause the game. Because this is supposed to be a boss room. Any way I can... Oh, nope. Nope. Well, okay. guess we're relaunching the game. Oopsie. Just close this real quick. And reopen it. Alright, hold on. Gotta load the file, gotta open the options back up, get back to the full size, then recapture the screen. Alright, here we are again. Alright, back to Plant Man. Manny's intro dialogues also have a need for bleed. Is a little, I guess, a little intense for a kid's game, but if any character is going to be intense about it, it makes sense for it to be Mandy. You know, girl's gotta have her E10 dialogue. Screw -1 is soft blocks. You know, it's kind of funny that the game is as soft blocky as it is. Okay, so like definitely some of these soft blocks are just because I'm dicking around in places I shouldn't be and I'm getting punished for it, which I don't want to blame the game for or hold against it in any way. But also, these books of hairstyles are sometimes hidden so goddamn well that that's the reason I'm throwing myself into really weird situations. So, like, is it entirely my fault that I'm doing shit? Like, let me walk on the spikes and go past the mini-boss spawning room in a unconventional way. Maybe there's a secret down here. Is that really so much my fault? I say nay. At least not entirely. I gotta be the lead tester? Hell yeah. I'm so good at finding stupid bullshit in places you shouldn't be. It's because that's my favorite places to go hang out. You got a little nook there, a cranny there. Oh, I'll shove myself in that place. I definitely don't belong there, so I'm definitely gonna put myself there. This is in opposition to real life, where I'm so scared to be perceived as... I'm so unwilling to have attention put on me that I really try my best to be normal. Even when that comes off as a little bit uncanny. Horse Icarus, so... Goth girl preferring girl pros? I mean... I think... Look, goth is both an attitude and an aesthetic. I think without the aesthetic, Mandy doesn't really qualify as goth girl. I mean, she had it like once for that one episode where she had like a crush on a guy, but I think outside of that, I don't think Mandy really qualifies. I'll take that. Chud/Will man. At least it's not Chode man. That would be unfortunate. Crash Icarus, unlike regular Icarus, flies too close to the programming error. I mean, that's roughly equivalent to the sun. The sun is arguably a programming error in, like, the universe's code. I mean, shit. Nuclear fusion, nuclei coming together to make a shitload of energy, a big burning ball of plasma in the sky. That sounds like an engine exploit to me, if anything. If anything is. Still don't have all the books of hairstyles, it seems. That's unfortunate. Is Blash Flayed Man? Yeah. Excited to get there. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, we mentioned there being, we have the new Gen 10 starters for Pokemon, which... Okay, really? Alright, anyways, I definitely should have been able to slide through that without issue. Yeah, we got Gen 10 Pokemon out now. That's kinda cool, I guess. I'm, as we all remember, I'm pretty disconnected from Pokemon nowadays, so I'm not really super, don't have strong feelings one way or the other. Though I guess I will say the dog is cute. So, you know, that's nice. But outside of that, yeah, no real strong opinions from me on the Gen 10 starters. Yeah, Paramount owns all of Warner Brothers now. Let's not think about that at the moment. Okay. Oh, wow. I got hit by the beetle that makes me Japanese. I said in a anime-affected tone. I shouldn't have said it that way. That'll not, anyways. Oh, Paramount also owning Cartoon Network. Yeah, wow, damn. That is a very sad thing, that they own so goddamn much. Not a big fan. It wasn't gonna end super great either way, but it definitely feels a little bit worse that this ended up being what happened. Oh wait, of course we have Blade Flashman as a combo. That's the Dio combo. Except he's not actually stopping time anymore. He's just moving like Flashman and shooting out triple blades. Okay, this is kind of fucking annoying to dodge. I guess I need to jump over him? That's the surefire way to get past him? Alright, whatever. He's dead now. Amen. Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon in the same parent company before we get GTA 6. Yeah, Yeah, ain't that unfortunate. Alright. Well. Interesting. This leaves me in a little bit of a tight spot. Do I have all of the books of hairstyles? I don't quite know. I don't want to go to the Wily stages if I don't have them all, and if they, unless there's more in the Wily stages, I am going to have to spoil myself really quickly. Yeah, if only Proto were here to confirm, I'm gonna go and do a quick Google search and be like, hey, if there's any information on Mega Man Square Root of -1 about all the books of hairstyles, then I would like to know. Let's see, hairstyles, plushies. No, that's from MaGMML. Difficulties. I got anything from hairstyles? No. That's funny. If I search up Mega Man Square Root of -1 book of hairstyles, my own stream my previous stream actually becomes a recommended video. How about that? Also, it seems that the menu music for this menu music also doesn't loop quite properly. Okay, well, I am not seeing anything for books of hairstyles, just looking it up, so I guess we're just gonna go into this, I guess we're just gonna go into Wily stages then, and just, beat things out here. And if I missed a book, then, oops, I missed a book. Maybe I'll just not save throughout the Wily stages so I can come back. Oh, you get a stage. Why can't I select every stage from Wily immediately? And do this? Okay, it's just it's for future reference kind of thing. Ooh, cool music. I'm loving that triangle wave in the background there. Not in the literal I meant in the music background. Hello, Thomas Face. You're still an unsettling sight. Oh, different bouncing guys. Hell yeah. Bouncing guy solidarity. Oh. Hopefully this fortress has some more juice in it than Super Fighting Robot's Wily Fortress did. I mean, in Super Fighting Robot, the stage design certainly had a lot of juice in it, but I felt like the bosses themselves left a little bit to be desired. So, here's hoping. Okay, good. Those do actually open and close fast enough to be treated like Shadow Man platforms. Yeah, exactly like Shadow Man platforms. Very tight timing. But if I'm bold, I can slide past it. Sure, the fortress is filled to the brim with soft blocks. Even if it isn't, I'll manage to find new ones that no one's ever seen before. That looks like a secret up here. Hello. Oh yes, look, there are more books here. Nice. I thought with Thomas's new look in the upcoming show. I don't actually know much about the latest show coming out. I haven't really, I haven't dived that deep back into the fandom yet. Though I do think that the new show is... The new show is like that kind of ultra kid-friendly kind of look that, like, it's so soft it has, like, no character to it anymore. Like, it looks like baby food because it's meant for babies. It's like, that's a real shame because, you know, I feel like a lot of Western kids shows have just kind of amalgamated into one kind of, like, cheap, bubbly 3D art style, and you know, they lack any interesting characteristics to their look anymore. And the new Thomas does kind of look the same way, unfortunately. I don't have enough of a, you know, art background to properly describe, you know, what it looks like, but yeah, it looks like it's just kind of cheap, bubbly, rounded 3D that, like, you know, it's okay, there's no hard edges, but there's, like, It's such a bland style at this point. It's been done many a time before. Yeah, stuff like Paw Patrol also kind of falls within that, and we can blame that, and we can also kind of, in a roundabout way, we can also kind of blame Illumination's animation studios, because, you know, honestly, they kind of really started that art style with, like, you know, Despicable Me and other kind of... Despicable Me, plus their other creations that are mostly just cheap slop, because they're not a good animation studio. Or they don't have very good ideas, at least. Alright, well, good to know. I still have to look out for, like, 2 books per stage here. Stay up here, makes this dodgeable, alright. Always take an opportunity to shit on Illumination. Hell yeah. With them and their fart gun. Ruining humor forever. How much does Illumination do the fucking... Oh, hi Isaac. Hope you don't have Mantle. Hold on, I'll finish this thought later. Oh, okay, it's another Undertale, the boss. I'll survive. At least this one, I mean, you know, this is still alright. This is doing more than the passive boss in MaGMML 1, so I'll give it that. It's a good iteration on that concept. Still, I'm not much one for just dodging. I like to also blast things. It's jump and shoot, not just jump. Yeah, there's definitely a preference for wanting Tainted Isaac to do, or not Tainted Isaac, for wanting Forgotten to do, not Forgotten, fuck, Lost. For wanting Lost to do maggot shots rather than anything else, because this gets complicated fast. Haha, idiot. Didn't even have Holy Mantle. How in God's name is Illumination going to be the ones to make the Zelda movie baffles me. Yeah, that's... I don't know. Didn't they also make the Super Mario movie? Like, I think they just ended up, like, not burning Nintendo on, like, the very first attempt that they did. And so they managed to just keep getting the contracts. And I guess, to be fair to them, they seem to be doing things that are positively received now. So, like, good for them for improving. I guess they just had a big streak of stinkers, though, for a long time there. Them making Mario makes sense since it's Mario. Elaborate. When they really try instead of chasing money, they can make great movies. That's fair, yeah. But, you know, that can be said of any animation studio. I guess it's just surprising that they're starting to try. Hey, that map is still on the screen. Okay, that's an interesting... I feel like this is weird without any little hub dots to show that there is, in fact, level. Also, yeah, we are the robots! We're back in 2016! This is still a fresh song! Hell yeah! I mean, it's still a really good fucking song. I'm not gonna say, like... I'm not gonna act like this is overrated. It's one of the best Fortress themes out there, but... You know. It is... Again, if I'm complaining, that means that I'm in a good mood. Ironically. Illumination are the kings of making sterile entertainment, and that's Mario to a T outside of Nintendo's output. Yeah. Yeah, no, I guess I get it in some sense. I don't know, I feel like if they can work with one Nintendo IP, they can work with several. Zelda does have more nuance I'm sure, but you know, especially some of like the more of like fundamental Zelda stories, I'm sure you could probably tell those as like pretty standard kind of stories. I don't know. It depends on what they're gonna do, right? Because like they obviously with like the Super Mario movie, like they didn't just take, you know, 1-1 and they didn't just take the very first Mario game and run with that as like their only everything. I remember Sheepman having more attacks. Oh, hell with this. I'm not gonna wait. There we go. So, like, you know, they could be doing lots of different stuff. Or they could just do something completely different with the Zelda formula. I don't know. I have no strong opinions considering that I'm probably not going to go see it either way because I didn't see the Mario movie either, so... Also, I'm realizing I didn't get a book of hairstyles before the mini-boss. Doesn't seem right. Might have to go back and look. Or maybe the alternate path is right here. I just had to go through the spiky sewer shit to do it. Hello, Lunatic. Welcome. Welcome back. It is Spike Floor Man. True. He's also located in the sewers this time. Ew. Illuminations currently stands can't make a Lion King or a Prince of Egypt. Okay, yeah, sure. They're definitely not, they're not capable so far of making something that's, like, peak cinema, but... I'm not sure that the Zelda movie would have turned out to be peak cinema either way. Pencil Bomb? Okay, I guess Pencil Bomb works here. They confirmed the Zelda movie is going to be live action, or are you just crazy? I think that's a... Wait, no, isn't it? With, like, real actors? Is Wait, hold on. This might be more interesting then. Is Illumination going to have to develop a... Okay, this feels still kind of like bullshit. Is Illumination going to be directing a live-action movie, or... Do Chris and I have the wrong Zelda, in mind? Okay, I feel like I'm definitely missing something here. Like, maybe I should have gone through the, regular path first. Maybe let's go do that. Sterile Zelda is more worse than making a sterile Mario. I suppose. I don't know. I'm not the best judge of character, like I said. I've never played a single Legend of Zelda game, so I don't really know, outside of Majora's Mask, how high the storytelling stakes are for Zelda. I guess I'll take your word on it, but as far as I know, I'm not... I have nothing to base concern off of, because I have nothing to... I have nothing to base my standards for Zelda off of. Huh. So I can't help but notice I have not looped back yet to the stinky sewer area. Alright, hold on. We're gonna... Oh, that was interesting. We're gonna go back there, if we can. Well, we're gonna take the long way, I guess. OOT being considered the best game of all time for years wasn't just for the gameplay. Okay. It's good to know. I mean, I imagined that, you know, the Zelda games were a little bit more deep than say, Mega Man stories. But, alright. Guess maybe I should brush up on my Zelda at some point, but I don't know, I feel like it's almost funnier that I don't know anything about Zelda at this point. Because I guess all I really know is, like I said, Majora's Mask and Link to the Past, and I don't know, they seemed like fine stories in their own right. Majora's Mask story was definitely cool as hell. The setting was awesome, but I don't have much to say about it. Live action without involvement from Illumination. Columbia Pictures will be the one who handles that project. Okay. Alright. So wait, then what's Illumination handling? Illumination isn't handling the Zelda thing. Is Illumination making a separate Zelda movie, or was Grim just... Grim, were you just asking a question of, like, how the hell would they do a Zelda movie? Alright, that's a much faster way of taking care of that. Ow. I really shouldn't have taken damage there. That's my bad. Alright, so what the hell is over here, then? I guess this is feeling like the way I shouldn't be taking. Because it doesn't really make sense about how to avoid damage and such, but... I also want to take it, because the other place led to the boss gate, so... IDK. One up. That's nice. Helpful. I'm gonna have to use an E-Tank here. Okay, so you were just talking about hypothetical. I wouldn't, if it was Illumination handled other Nintendo properties, you don't even see how they could possibly do them justice. Like, you would not trust them with Metroid / Zelda / Mother. That is fair. Given Illumination's track record, I would not trust them either, but... I don't know. I guess everybody has to prove their worth at some point. And, who knows, maybe they'll get a chance eventually. Maybe if they get the chance, they'll prove themselves, is what I mean to say. Okay, I was about to say, if this just leads directly into a fucking soft lock, that would piss me off. It would be funny, but it would have pissed me off. Oh shit, this can destroy those guys? Hell yeah. Take that. Right, milk is not the most effective thing here. Fire shield? Rocket punch. Punch back? No. Yahoo? Yahoo! Yeah, because I did definitely also hear people did not enjoy Tears of the Kingdom's writing all that much. So, that's, I guess, partially where my impressions come from as well. Oh, this sucks. This is a bad place to be. Well, okay, that... I saw that coming, but couldn't avoid it. Yeah, if Illumination suddenly pulls out a Puss in Boots 2 out of their ass, that would be fucking wonderful, but... I understand, the expectations are low. And I understand why, because, yeah, Illumination is not that great of a company. For quality, at least. Yeah, anything Mother Vader would require Itoi's blessing as well. That would be pretty tough to get. Obama? Why Obama's here? Hi, Obama. I'm sorry, I don't have the Obamahedron to bless your presence with. God, this... Okay, the fucking... Again, the era of this game still also kind of makes some sense. This would have been relevant in 2015. Still did not expect to see that. Alright, cool. Obama down. In Minecraft. I'm surprised Illumination hasn't tried to peddle an NFT yet. Like, come on, you can totally see Illumination trying to peddle minion NFTs. Like, they literally come in, like, the minions themselves all come in, like, little small variants of each other that, like, could be very easily fucking AI generated to, you know, form your cool own minion variant. And also some of them are purple. What if your minion is purple? Find out now. NFTs are controversial, therefore Illumination will never do that. They must remain sterile. I guess so. I guess even they had the common sense to read the tea leaves on that one. I wouldn't have thought so, but... Minions equals purple, then is evil, according to DM2. I mean, it's also evil according to the lore of the movies. I'm not the, most brushed up on my my fucking Minions lore, but I do know that there was like I do know there were purple minions in one of the movies, and they were like not Gru's companions. They were evil. Well, more evil. Double evil. Okay. A lot of damage so far in this stage. I can kind of see why we had the 2 1-ups offered to me at the beginning. Oh, Despicable Me. Okay, yeah. For some reason, my brain couldn't figure out that very easy to crack cipher. My brain was headed towards, yeah, Devil May 2. That makes sense, right? And, my brain just went with it. You know, something, streamer, IQ brain, hot spaghetti. Why didn't those fans push me? Oh, they push me if I don't put any input in to the controller. Good God, these fans do not work very well in this game. Oh, wait, shit, that's right, there's fans here. I can't die. If I die, I'm pretty sure the game crashes. Let's just use a safety E-tank then. Okay. Wait a minute. Reverse magnet beam physics. If you just... Okay, so again, time is still passing if I pause above a physics object. Or, like, you know, pause near, like, a fire dispenser or something. So if I hold it here for long enough, I'm pretty sure I rocket off into space. And it's gonna take me a good, solid few moments to come back down to Earth now. Okay. Funny. You see a pattern that Illumination can only make movies that involve Gru and the minions that are of any sort of quality? I guess so. I don't know, it's a pretty tricky one. We might have to get some experts in on this. Can we get a Despicable Me expert in the chat? I can't even pretend to read how the fucking... what that nonsense is about. DMC2. Reverse Mega Man 2 pause trick, increase momentum. Square root -1 has potential for parallel universes. Fuck yes. If only there was a ladder I could grab way the fuck off screen, then that would be a parallel universe generator. I don't know. Maybe something to play around with at some point. I haven't commented on it yet, but I do kind of like bringing back the Mega Man 7 turtle stage aesthetic. It wasn't... the boss was not my favorite, but the stage being so just turtle-centric was fun in the original, so hell with it. Bring back the turtles, why not? Also, using one of the better Mega Man castle themes out there as well is quite a nice touch. And so far the fortress... As I was about to say, the fortress has solid challenges. and minimal glitches, I get hit with that. But I am enjoying the fortress quite a bit so far. Also good, the game didn't fucking explode on itself, because I guess it didn't have to spawn me in a room with fans, where the fans have been deloaded or something like that. The point is, we don't have an angry sun moment where I have to reset the fucking game. Also, do these... I think these move faster the more times you land on them. Or jump off of them or something. They definitely don't have normal, like, linear tracking. I wonder if I pause here again, if it'll accelerate. It seemed to do so a little bit. Can I accelerate it more? No? Okay. I don't know what's up with that then. SpongeBob? And Patrick? Okay, like, I'm pretty sure I've seen the SpongeBob sprites in another SpongeBob game before in my youth, but I was not prepared to just immediately see fucking SpongeBob, you know, put on the full kind of face. Like, that's... Alright. I'm mentally back in the game now. Alright, let's play. SpongeBob, I'm over here. Alright, these guys are actually gonna kick my ass, I think. I'm not good at deciphering patterns involving bouncing. Or, never mind. They'll just stop trying instantly. But Patrick's still gonna fucking hit me with his, death balls. Okay, goodbye, SpongeBob and Patrick. Go back to Bikini Bottom. You don't belong in the turtle-themed stage. Yeah, I definitely recognize it from Battle for Bikini Bottom GBA. That's a game I did play as a child. Yeah, because I didn't have the SpongeBob, like, movie or a Super Sponge for the Game Boy Advanced. Oh, Big Train is back. And... oh, this music. We have a little bit of Super Mario RPG. Why can't I charge? Okay, that's weird. I can't charge my weapon. I don't know what's up with that, but... Hi, Quint. Oh, hello. All my training against you, is it gonna pay off finally? Oh, no, he's using Doc Robot Mega Man 10 weapons. This is gonna get chaotic really fast. Okay, well, he seems to use them in a rotation at least. The first half of weapons actually pose a threat. The second half of weapons barely do shit. Cool. Bye, Quint. I hardly knew you. More level? More level. Okay, more level this way. Brown pill. I don't know if I want to eat that. Is my vision getting darker with the brown pill? Oh, milk now hurts. And now... milk hurts. Being outside of milk hurts. And the sewage is also, tasty. I got some nice Mega Man X Fortress music here, too, to complement things. Complement the X2's theme used earlier. Hello, Milk Laser that healed me for some reason? Bouncy. hello, Milk Barrier. Let me get my let me get my pink pill first. There you go. Oh, hello, Raquel again. Hey there, Mega Man. Wait, it's you again? You still looking for the items for that guy? Yeah, he asked me to go to a bunch of places. I tried to get more info, but he just told me to piss off and do what he asked me to do. Seems pretty hostile. I'm starting to regret agreeing to this, and I still haven't found anything. So, who are you exactly? I'd like to know because you seem to be on my side. I'm Raukau, and I play video games for the internet. Hell yeah. Nice to meet you, Raukau. Nice meeting you too, I guess. Okay, bye. Alright, checking the Discord. I can do that real quick. He told me to piss. Yeah, it's a good spot to cut off. Yeah, I recognize that game. I definitely played that at one point as a kid. Maybe I did have the SpongeBob movie for GBA at some point. Maybe I rented it. I don't remember liking it very much, but I also don't remember being very good at video games. Hello, Amzorsevka. Be sure to let me know how and if you want me to abbreviate your name. Oh god. But yeah, welcome. Saw you on the shorts earlier. We're in the middle, at the middle, towards the end of the fortress here, and having a good time with it. Yeah, we were kind of mentioning earlier, like, you just missed it, the previous... Okay, this is going to make no sense for a Mega Man game, but the previous boss was just, SpongeBob, and Patrick, and they were using the sprites from their, their THQ GBA games, and it kind of just, jump scared me in a funny way. Perfectly, one of the three people to pronounce it phonetically properly. It's because I very deliberately looked at the screen looked at the chat to read it right. But I will maybe get more fluent with it as time passes. Hope you're doing well tonight. Alright, well, I see the ideal strategy is do not go over there. And interesting that Quickman, or not Quickman, the lasers are messing me up. That Charge Man just doesn't have an attack, unlike the stage he actually appeared in? Okay, sure. Sure, SnoruntPyro, you make interesting decisions sometimes. Is this a pit? Yes, that's a pit. Okay. Thomas the Tank Engine getting groovy. Oh, so you are familiar with the, or maybe you aren't I don't know. That could have just been a well-timed joke. Thomas the Tank Engine was a boss in this game. I guess I'll ask, are you familiar with Mega Man Square Root of -1? Because the Thomas the Tank Engine very much was a boss in this game. Charge Man can only attack while grounded, bouncing prevents him from attacking. Oh yeah, I guess he was grounded only in his original mini-boss fight. Wait, why the hell did I come this way? Was there... Maybe I guess maybe there was just a screen transition at the end I didn't walk through. Okay, I'm probably just an idiot. Yeah, I'm dumb. Alright. Sweet. Big Mega Man fan, but never beat -1. So many fan games they have on backlog. I know, right? It's only through the magic of streaming that I actually get through all these games. Here, Mega Man, take this Yashichi. I think that's missing a C in there. I have a feeling that you're gonna need it. Oh no. What do you mean, Proto Man? Alright, the boo beam trap. Pyro, you little bitch, you bastard, you motherfucker. You brought back the goddamn boo beam trap. Why? You horrible person, you fiend, you devil. Is it only milk that affects this? I think it might be only milk that affects these. I just have to be sure. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Milk away. Oh well, at least they're not that tough. Don't know why a Metal Blade sound effect just happened. Okay, the boob beam trap down. Okay, sure. Just tell yourself you'll play through your insane list of titles on Steam someday so you can sleep at night. True. I don't know how much of my Steam library I've gotten through, but certainly this channel has helped out with that. I've managed to get through like Freedom Planet 1 and 2, Freedom Planet 1 entirely now, so I'm on Freedom Planet 2. I started playing Doom because of the Grim over here, meeting Grim. Yeah, plenty of good stuff to clear out. Second H. Oh, there's just one more H in there that should have been. Darn. Yeah, but we have to see the boob beam trap, thank you. Alright, stage 5 then. I believe this should be the last one. I wonder if there... I still don't know if I missed any of the books of hairstyles, but I guess we'll see here. Maybe there's a final one... final one to find? Still need to play Freedom Planet 1 and 2. Great games you never got to get around to, but you did play Spark the Jester 1 through 3. I've never gotten to actually playing Spark myself. I've been recommended that by a couple people around here. Ooh, we got other Shadow clones now. But, you know, one of those things, just, again, one of these days. I'm not super big into Sonic and Sonic clones myself anyhow, so it's, like, definitely been one of those things that's really further on the list of stuff for me to get to. But, like, I enjoy Freedom Planet as its own thing because it's... Freedom Planet fixes the things that I don't like about Sonic, especially in Freedom Planet 2, with, like, the camera is more zoomed out. Touching things does not instantly make your rings go everywhere. You have to actually get hit by an attack, and, like, you know, having health separate from, like, just your collectible pickups. Like, it's a much more fair and balanced Sonic, in my opinion. Also, not to mention the soundtrack's great still, and, you know, the characters are awesome. Alright, bunch of 1-ups. I could use that, honestly. Going into what's probably the final stages here. Do a Fire Emblem? Yeah, I'm, RPGs are definitely a spot where I am least covered in. Not super huge fan of JRPGs. My big exception is Earthbound and Mother 3, which I love to death. Well, you might say Mother 3 is my favorite game ever. But outside of those two, yeah, JRPGs tend not to be my thing. Yep, missiles. Fire Emblem's less RPG and more RTS. Oh, really? I might actually enjoy Fire Emblem then. Or actually, real-time strategy. Is it really more real-time strategy? I thought it was always actually more like, actually a little bit more CRPG, like, right? Like a little bit more of like you're on a map and you are taking turns, but like you actually do have to plan, like, you know, what your attacks are doing and how many spaces they're hitting and stuff like that. Because I'm kind of into those games. Like, I've enjoyed, you know, I've said multiple times, I love Baldur's Gate 3, so I feel like I would enjoy that quite a bit. Alright, time to find out what weaknesses are. I imagine Doodlebob's probably weak to... Oh, God. Okay, alright. Hello, phrase SnoruntPyro boss design. Back in my vernacular again. Fuck. Okay. You ain't doing this Buster only. I see. Anyways, I was going to say before I got my shit absolutely rocked there, I figured that Doodlebob was probably weak to one of the fire weapons because he's made out of paper and graphite. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no, I love me some Mother. I still need to play the original, you know, Mother / Earthbound 0, but eventually I'll get there. Okay, yeah, so it is turn-based, like the older sibling of Advance Wars. Okay, so it is more like that, I guess. So still, that kind of thing tends to be hit or miss for me. If it's Baldur's Gate 3, it's awesome. If it's not, then like RPG more than RTS. Yeah, I mean, like real, quote-unquote, real RTS games are a little bit too much for me. Like, the most I can really stray into RTS games is Pikmin. And, you know, Pikmin is great. I love Pikmin. It's my childhood. But... yeah, admittedly, a difficult RTS, it is not. It is meant to be simple and for, you know, babies. You can, you know, certainly make it a lot harder, and Pikmin 2 is no slouch, but still. Yeah, RTS being more like StarCraft, Warhammer. A habit. You know, we all have dumb habits. Like, for my example, I still can't get Barons of Hell and Hell Knights straight. They are just palette swaps, and I can't get them straight in my head. Alright, what the hell could fucking Illuminati be weak to? Not that. Turtle weapon? I think that just bounced off the wall. Okay, so it's not weak to that. Milk? Not weak to milk. Fire shield? No. What have I not used then? Pencil? Oh, pencil bomb. Okay. Okay, so it just seems that Doodle Bob was the complete bullshit boss, whereas everybody else is at least some semblance of fair. Thank you, Pyro. Alright, what's in this door? It's milk! Dark milk. Come to Burger King and get the new fucking blackened milk. We added charcoal to it, so that way it makes your poop turn weird. Okay, who have I not used it? I've already got Punch, I already did Bomb. And who Barrage did. It's probably not weak to one of the fire weapons. Weak to Illuminati tape? Weak to tape, okay. Okay, and this is a very simple pattern with the weakness. Bilk, true. Season 3 won't be an issue. No Barons. Yippee! I don't have to learn my lesson. I love not having to learn my lessons. That's why they call me Icarus. Hello, Dark Thomas. This is what happens when Sir Topham Hatt does not take good maintenance of his engines. They get all covered in soot, and you know, you use a good cleaning. You're not weak to milk. Weak to turtle? I feel like throwing a big fucking rock in the way of an engine. Yeah, alright, this makes sense. This one makes sense, because if you throw a big turtle shell in the way of an engine, they will derail and cause a mass casualty moment. Okay, Thomas just seems faster, but I also just don't remember Thomas's pattern, nor do I care to remember it right now. Just kind of want to beat his ass. Thomas.exe? Oh, hell no. I don't want to hear a fucking fanfiction about each of the engines bleeding photorealistic blood out of their uncanny little plastic faces. Or how there was once a time where, you know, Toby actually ran over Douglas's duck, Dilly, and, like, tried to cover it up, but, like, Douglas got revenge and, I don't know, threw... what other stupid shit is in creepypastas? Threw some dumb shit into his engine. I don't need that in my life. Okay, so it makes sense that Yahoo Barrage is Angry Sun's weakness, because I also yell at the sun when things don't go my way. Again, that's the Icarus way. I'll take that. Thomas had to leave and became God. No, not Bilk. Blilik. I like Bilk more. I'm gonna go with Bilk, actually. I liked my thing. Okay, what we got left? Fire Shield and another thing. Okay, this definitely makes sense. This is probably Plant Man's weakness. If the plant guy was gonna be weak to anything, it was going to be fire. Boy, Plant Man, you're sure doing a whole lot of not much. Alright. Then, what haven't I used yet? I guess Milk Spray hasn't worked yet, so here we go. Halloween doing dramatic readings of creepypastas, that could be pretty fun. I could see doing that for, at least in VC, if not, just straight up for, a stream. I could probably find some Mega Man creepypastas You can all laugh at those. When the sun rises or comes out of the clouds again. No, it's 7 a.m. I can't deal with this. About to make an EXE joke, but you hate the EXEs so much yourself. Yeah, I don't. I was never really a big fanfiction or creepypasta kind of guy, so, like, it's very much a past era for me, something I can't quite relate to. Hello, Hardman. Your fists are very fast. Or just read infamous creepypastas? Yeah, I suppose if I just want to do like a general... if I want to get into general YouTuber story time or VTuber activities, I could probably pull out the creepypasta, the typical creepypasta reading. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I could reach general audiences. Okay, I'm sensing another book this way. Oh no, just coins. Which one of them restored my health for some reason. I'll take it. Boy, Pyro's sure stocking me up with lives. I'm starting to feel a little bit concerned. Ow. I should have seen that coming. Hit the caver, crash would be more down for the crappy pastas, like actual good ones, less the actual good ones, unless I want to be spooked. Yeah, nah, horror's not really my genre either, so... I don't know, crappy pastas could be funny. I like to have a good laugh. Ow. I got iced. Okay, I don't think it's worth checking for a secret down there. Just say goodbye to Cloudman. Oh, say hello to Cloudman. He's still here. That's a wall of spikes. I don't know why I didn't see that. It was too low contrast. Ow. Jumped too early, didn't expect the health, and right into that guy. Yeah. I do have an idea for when to work in the crappy Mega Man X7 comic, though. I think I will end up reading that. I think I'm going to end up reading the crappy X7 comic for my my model debut. I feel like that would be a good time. Around there would be a good time to read it. You know, it's a good general event, feels special, but still on brand. It'll probably also be accompanied by starting a playthrough of ZX finally. And then eventually ZX Advent. Oh, I thought it was stuck in the wall for a second. I forgot that the green pill makes you reverse. Alright. I'm kind of still surprised there's still stage after the 5 Robot Masters. Feels a little strange, but I'm guessing now we're getting fully stocked up. We're here at Wily, so... I guess that's why there was some extra stage. I have a 6th. Oh shit, if only Proto were here. It's the best building ever from the best video game to ever exist, Mega Man 2. What a fucking boss. The flashing hurts my eyes a little bit. Most bosses don't have this big of a sprite to flash every other frame. Oh, now the building is evil. So I'm supposed to do something about this? Okay, that makes sense. A little sick of the crash bombs, dude. I mean, I love crash bombs. As much as, probably more than the next guy. But, we can move on, Wily. Oh, okay. Atomic Fire, doing Solar Man things. Okay, I think just spamming bullets is going to be more effective here. Wait, what attack is the Ice Block? That's not a Mega Man 2 attack. Wily. How could you? You were supposed to be using only the best weapon set ever made. Flashman stage tile? I guess it would be kind of bullshit if you could stop time, so it makes some sense, but... But, you know, that's obviously the ice block from the Squid mini-boss in Mega Man 6, so it doesn't quite work. Okay, and hello, Wily Capsule. Wily Capsule that slightly drifts to the left and right sometimes. Weird. Ah, I see. It's like fairly balanced Wily Capsule where you know where he's actually going to teleport next. So there's no telefrag jump scares. I tried sliding there, but not fast enough. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Got another error. Other event, use it to find 15 for object Montgomery capsule. Error encoded line 3. Ben equals instance create, at position place. Oh, please don't let this be another I have to restart the game. Okay, cool. I can just press it twice and we're good. This is thankfully not the not the game-ending bug that exists in Angry Sun stage. Good. All right. Good. We don't have to play a 20-minute stage again when I need to get up for work. Oh. I spoke too soon. There's no boss. I can't even press the exit button. I actually have to try and restart this. Okay. Alright, sure, I could do this fast again, right? I'm not coping here. I could definitely do this again before I have to go to bed for work in the morning. I love this engine. Okay, we're gonna relaunch the game, and we're gonna do stage 5 again, like, really fast, like, super duper fast this time. Ugh. I don't even know what the TikTok Deku voice is. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but sure. And I didn't even get to have my, Oh, maybe I did get to have all of my book of... Oh, maybe... Okay. Okay. Alright, I think this is what all of these books were supposed to be for, perhaps? Maybe that's what this unlocked? I don't know. I'll have to see about it later. Okay. Stage 5, let's go. The longest stage in the game that has an unstate and instability error. For fuck's sake. Oh my god. Alright, well, now I know. Just use Eerie Tanks. Yeah, if that's actually what the Book of Hairstyles was doing, then that makes total sense. I abide by that. Alright, well, okay, we don't have time for bullshit this time. We're pulling out the weapons. We're pulling out the weapons, and we're just gonna plow through everything. You know, if I had a nickel for every time the final boss of a Mega Man game made by SnoruntPyro in the Blyka engine had a fatal crash at the final boss, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Thank God Pencil Bomb is good. Up, down, up, down, up, down, down. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. What am I doing? Get rid of Crystal Man. There we go. I thought I had an energy balancer. I guess not. I guess I must have been confusing that with my playthrough of Mega Man 10 last night. If I had a nickel for every time you found a soft lunk in a SnoruntPyro developed Mega Man fan games, you'd no longer be in debt. I do find them a lot, it's true. I would be a rich, rich man if I got money from soft blocks. I should be a QA tester. You have no idea, Pyro. Pyro? That's not your name. You have no idea, Proto. You literally just missed, another fucking catastrophic level event. Yeah, I had another MaGMML 1 moment where the boss, well, this time it was just I died to the boss, the game had errors, and it meant that the, Wily machine did not load in again. But hey, good news, you will get to see the final boss again, and well, I guess you have already seen it, but you can get ready to say the line, for everybody. As you are wont to do. First the boss leaves in MaGMML, or first Mega Man leaves the boss in MaGMML 1, and then the boss leaves Mega Man in Square Root. Fuck yeah, that is exactly what happened, huh? Okay, I thought we were gonna have permanent Toss Tortoise disease. I'm glad we didn't. Alright, just fucking blast tortoise shells everywhere, and Thomas will eventually run into them. Okay. Sipped your diet monster. Well, you can do it again. For the class. Tortoise adding in the drum roll for dramatic effect. Will he beat Wily this time without, blowing up the game in the process? Oh, that little particle effect doesn't even hurt me? Okay, wow, this is trivial in comparison to the original milk fight. Okay, I was like, what, you? No, you're the one who's weak to milk spray. How you liking this audio? Many sound effects. Are you deaf yet? I mean, if you haven't been deafened by the fucking short from earlier, now you certainly are. Ow. Mario fan game devs are lactose intolerant. I guess that must be the in-joke. Alright, what do I still have left to do? I still have to do Illuminati, so this is the pencil bomb. Oh, he just teleports right onto me. Cool. Powered up short you haven't uploaded yet? No. What do you mean? The powered up... Oh, wait, right. Dumb. Well, there's a preview. There's a preview, everybody who's not keeping up with the Discord. Yeah. I can't keep track of anything. Look, I more recently edited that short, so that's why it feels like it was recently released in my mind. I was done with the other short a week ago. Or the short that just got uploaded a week ago. Okay, let's refill. Kind of weirdly only 2 instances of Hardman, and both can be very easily slipped past. You know, I gotta go back this way. Well, actually, I really don't. There's only lives there, and lives are kind of useless to be at this point. I would, in fact, like to just... Okay, fuck it. Rush Jet's gonna make this harder than actually just fighting him. I'll take the damage. That's fine. We can get through a little faster. Ow. That Ice Slasher comes out really fast. I missed my fucking wheel train. Okay. Right, I forgot what platform I was on. God, another again? Happened again? Okay. I guess I didn't get Puka-Pellied this time, but I did get Spika-Pellied. Yeah, at this point, I feel like the next Jank O'Clock video documenting all the jank from this game and MaGMML 1 kind of just needs to be its dedicated, like, long-form video of its own. Just like, here's just an unedited 15-minute compilation of bullshit happening. Milk spray, not the best for this situation. Jank O'Clock's a good title, thank you. I was very happy that I came up with that originally. That was just the thing that I felt in my bones when I just decided that something was jank and it was time again. It's like, oh yeah, it's Jank O'Clock. How? How? How do I keep doing this? The worst part is I'm completely soft-locked again. I can't press the exit button. I have to do the stage again? I have to do it again? I'm stuck on nothing. I'm losing it. I'm actually losing my goddamn mind now. Now I think I'm actually into mad territory. Okay. I'm gonna shut the game off again. I wish I could just do this next week, but I don't have the time. Or like, there's only like 10 minutes left of this game, so I have to do this now. Gonna be tired at work tomorrow. Okay. Alright, let me get this back up. Alright, there we go. No, okay, hold on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, local man loses all sanity. I'm not even being a bug hunter, Chris. I walked into a wall. That's all I did. can't get soft blocked at my 9 to 5? Well, actually, the funny thing is, I have heard reports from my coworkers that one of my coworkers, he did previously get stuck in a stairwell that he had card access for the outside of the stairwell, but not for the inside of the stairwell. So he did get soft blocked inside of the stairwell. It was only thankfully rescued by the random happenstance of another person coming by and actually able to get him out of the stairwell. So if another one of those exists at my workplace, which hypothetically there probably is, because it's an old-ass university that has lots and lots of shit that people have overlooked over the years. Yeah, there probably is a way for me to get soft blocked at work. I just haven't found it yet, and I hope that I don't. Because I'll probably end up finding the real-life back rooms. Ugh. Let us know how it goes when it manifests. It will do. You will just suddenly not hear from me for a little while. Of course, when I get back and I tell you all about my amazing adventure within the soft block building of the university, you'll all you'll all remember that time I really verbally typoed super badly, and I said, instead of sleep, I said sleem. And you'll say, did you get a lot of sleem while you were stuck in there at least? And everybody except me will be laughing. Because I'll be the butt of the butt of joke while I'm in misery. Soft block at college and having to restart your degree? Oof. Teleport me? Hello? Okay, thank you. I feel like getting soft locked at college and having to restart your degree is basically just a way of saying that you can't pass your classes, and you're not able to actually get to, yeah, you're not actually able to get to all of your classes. Alright, where's the... There we go. There's your milk. Sleeming in the liminal space, true. Yeah, that was the Grink was in fact the joke, but I couldn't, you know, had to come up with the thing that I've actually fucked up on stream and said. And spleening. I also said spleening because I tried to combine sleep and, I forget what other thing I said there, but yeah. Who am I fighting here? Okay, you again. Schneep. I said a lot of things wrong. I don't say things good when I'm actually on stream and trying to play video game at the same time. I don't know if it is just me or not, but I feel like I am probably I come off as one of the most illiterate motherfuckers on stream possible, because I'm trying to manage the, you know, reading chat, playing game, and saying things that are interesting. Like, I think other streamers maybe have a little bit higher of a literacy rate, because, the larger streamers tend to not have the, the burden of having to say things so goddamn often. They can usually just vibe there, and then they return back to the chat every once in a while, like, oh yeah, that's cool. And that works. That works when you have a large stream and you, don't need to worry about dead air so much. People are just anticipating the next thing you say with bated breath. What if you need to keep an audience going? You need to cultivate an audience, you know. Strategies for big streamers don't work as the same strategies for small streamers, sadly. A lot of things wrong with the word sleep is the most common thing, it seems. It's probably a survivorship bias, considering that I only start saying the word sleep when I actually feel tired. Like, oh man, I need to get to sleep because it's the end of the stream, so therefore I'm tired. But it's a good point. Get soft locked in university from having a bad advisor. Yeah, that can happen. Although ironically, like for me, one of the funniest things with university was that like I never talked to my undergrad advisor because I just didn't need to. I understood what my course requirements were and just never had to talk to her until I wanted to go to grad school. And then when I wanted to go to grad school, I was told, yeah, you need to meet with your like undergrad advisor and like get a letter of recommendation or something to like go and take the GRE test. And it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm meeting you. Hello, name. How are you doing? You've never seen me before. Let's have an awkward conversation about the fact that you don't know me at all or know how well of a fit I am for grad school. But like, hey, I like it and I have good grades. You want to send me off to get a master's in chemistry? That sounds pretty cool. I'll do that. Yeah, if you don't know what you're even studying for, too, that's a good way to get soft-locked. Then you're just in a perpetual loop. True to some extent, but it's also sometimes more interesting to listen to streamers with smaller crowds because you get to hear more of their personality and thoughts. I agree. I mean, when I watch larger streamers, I do tend to just lurk in the background because it's like, well, I don't feel like I'm really going to get read above the noise all that much. But, you know, I will say it is definitely something that when you watch larger streamers, you can just watch them. They do just tend to sit there and vibe a little bit more because they don't have to yap so goddamn much. Although, I don't know, if they have the special flavor of ADHD, then they're probably going to be yapping quite a lot to the point where it's like, oh, I don't have room to think here anymore. I mean, hey, it works for them, you know. Constant yapping is a good way to keep an audience engaged, as I literally just said about myself, so. Let's sit here and heal for a moment. You would go to grad school if you weren't comically broke from your undergrad degree? Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is hard to balance. Like, even for me, like, I was paying... You know, I got paid in grad school to go to grad school, because it's a STEM degree. But, you know, I could also probably see myself being like, damn, if I were, like, $200,000 in debt, I would probably want to start taking care of that debt instead of going to grad school. Because, man, the pittance that you're paid at grad school is not going to pay off that college tuition debt, let me tell you. Only earned, like, $25K in grad school before taxes, so... Thankfully, I was debt-free, which is insane for the modern era, but, you know. God damn this section. Anytime I get a little bit of health, my entire rhythm is ruined. Okay, there we go. Please don't get stuck in the wall this time, Mega Man. I fucking beg of you. I need to go to bed. I need to go get some sleep real quick. Like... Okay. Okay, good. We're at the home stretch now. Just get me past here. Okay, we're on to Wily. I'm just gonna E-tank my way through. I don't care how ungraceful it is. Running into some people who stuck in undergrad for like 7 years. That sucks. I couldn't imagine. That could not have been me. I would have probably left school before that if that happened. Thankfully, I always wanted to be a chemist, so it was easy for me. Yeah, it's very, very much thanks to Dad working a lot of overtime that I could, and also getting a lot of good grants and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, and scholarships, like, oh, cool, debt-free, nice. Oh, okay, well, okay, those two are just gonna be there for the rest of the battle now. Oh, good, no, they blow up. Alright, what the hell are you weak to, Wily? Okay, you're weak to this in your first phase. If I had to guess, probably Pencil Bomb, because that fires upwards? No. Okay. Turtle? Okay, Turtle. Big fucking hitbox. Big rock that makes him not able to stay airborne. And then... I don't know, Milk? Yeah, Milk. I don't know why, but Milk just makes sense for Wily to be weak to here. It's probably... I feel like Milk makes sense for Wily to be weak to because Milk is like the, you know, the barrier breaker, the secret finder in this thing. It's like how Beat is the secret weapon. Milk is the secret ingredient. That's a good philosophy for small versus large chat, Scrim. Alright, fuck you and your soft locks, Wily. Oh, please, Mega Man, have mercy. Forgive me for the chaos I've caused. You cost me, like, an hour of sleep that I'm not getting back, Dr. Wily. I'm gonna do what I should have done years ago. You can't fool me, Wily, although I do want to ask one thing. Why? Why the craziness? I'm so confused. It was all because of reasons you'll never know. Wahahaha. Oh, okay, self-destruct sequence. You're pulling this again? Come here, you. Ah. Squish.
Destroy the world!
Oh no. Raocow came in at the last moment to at least make sure we're all going down. That's to you, Wily. I'm gonna save the day. I guess Proto Man, too. Yoink. Goodbye, Wily. Something's just saved you. I was hoping Wily would have died in a nuclear blast, but that's just me. And so our brave heroes defeated the crazed Dr. Wily and crushed his plans to take over the world with... memes? Do I have to press the A button? Okay, I do. I don't know. I guess he just wanted to drive everyone completely insane. Yeah, it worked. Dr. Wily has disappeared, and it'd be fair to expect he'll be back shortly, so look forward to that, I guess. Yeah, no square root of -2 so far. The quest is over. Fight Mega Man for everlasting gobstoppers. Don't judge me, I'm being subversive. Yes, subversive writing. Shay Frillis should get on this one. Okay, I don't know why the audio is so loud, but I could say that for a lot of things. Okay, this is a difficult one for, like, my thoughts and recommendations. Because, like, the game is very, very solid, has good level design, interesting enemy placement and gimmicks and fun mini bosses, and a lot of love and effort is put into clearly everything that's like being done here, and the weapons are all really good, and the overall soundtrack is good, even if it has issues of volume being inconsistent and some weird buggy things with that. But saying that statement leads into the other issue of, oh my god, the bugs in this game. It's not as buggy of a mess as MaGMML 1, but it is... there are enough bugs that are, like... I guess how should I put this? MaGMML 1 had more bugs, but fewer soft-locking bugs. Or at least soft locks to the extent where you had to restart the entire game. Mostly assisted by the fact that you could always use the exit utility, basically always use the exit utility in MaGMML 1 if you got, like, just simple soft lock in the wall. But for 04, stupid bosses, and funny meme bosses. Anyways, but this game's soft locks just tends to be, you dumb cretin, you idiot, you buffoon, you got stuck here, you're stupid, give me $20. Like... restart the game. The bugs in this game are more severe than those in MaGMML 1, which is a statement and a half to say. And they genuinely do kind of impact your gameplay. They do start to, like, get irritating. So, I guess what I'll have to say is that, like, I like this game quite a bit. I probably will end up replaying it, but only after I, like, get a chance to, like, cool down from all, like, the buggy bullshit that I had to trod through. Because, you know, it's an older game with less coding practice and experience behind it. I won't go so far as to say... Spatial thanks. I won't go so far as to say the bugs in the game ruin the experience. Far from it. but they do. Oh, hi, Raocow. They do kind of sour it a little bit. I will. So I guess let's get to a place with like consistent music. Yeah, I guess the best way to put it is I will be definitely docking points for all of the old bugs because it is harder to play as a result of the bugs. And it could definitely use a square root of -1r. That'd be funny because you could then say that's like square root of -1 remainder 1 or something like that. You know, you could include more math dumb puns with it. But yeah, it's I could still recommend this, but it's definitely hard to recommend it if you're not like already pretty into Mega Man. Not only because it is a fan game of Mega Man, but like also because if you're not already like big into Mega Man and you're not going to be willing to see it through past some of the bullshit that like just gets you stuck and you have to die or restart the game and all that kind of thing. So like, I don't know. I guess maybe if I had to balance the number, it'd be like, again, like a solid 8 out of 10. Like, it sucks too because I would really love to recommend this like somewhere in like the 8.5 to 9 kind of region of, I guess, you know, refreshing people. Like 10 for me is like a game you'd recommend to anybody. 9 is a game you'd recommend to anyone vaguely interested in the genre. 8 is like someone for like a standard like you know, a light fan of a game or a genre or an IP. A 7 would be like if someone has to be a real good fan to enjoy something. And it's like, I think you can still really enjoy this even if you are not like a dedicated Mega Man fan, but like just in its current state, like I can't even justify in my own head going past an 8 out of 10 because I would love to give this a 9. It's such a solid Mega Man game, but it has so its age holds it back, and that's a damn shame. But I don't want this to come off as negative either, right? Like, I like this game. I will be playing this again. It's fun. But it has caveats. But, I don't know, I guess a lot of games do as well, so it's not like it's completely unique in that aspect. Fucking, a lot of the original Mega Man games have caveats, like, you know. So, yeah. MaGMML square root of -1. Woo, that's fun. Well, I guess that means then we get to go back to MaGMML 1R next week. Mega Man 4 is the bane of your existence? Alright, you're gonna have to come back later so we can have a discussion about that. I don't have time to discuss that right now, but that is a hot take. But I guess I also have the extremely hot take of X4 is the bane of my existence. So, anyways, yeah, this means we actually get to move back on to square root, or not square root of... Yeah, we get to move on to MaGMML 1R next week, because this was the interim project between MaGMML 1 and 1R, so... That's cool. I'll be excited to play a game that's not extremely buggy on Mondays for once. Yeah, so I hope you'll join me and come back for that, everybody. We'll also be doing more Freedom Planet 2 tomorrow. I think we can probably finish out Carol's story because there's not too much left of the game, question mark? Unless there's a big chunk I'm forgetting about. I think we'll have all we need to go do that. Nothing on Thursday this time around because I'm just getting back into the swing of things again. Oh, does this music not loop either? Alright. Then, yeah, next week we'll be back with MaGMML 1R, and then we'll be doing, more Doom Plutonia, getting through, again, kind of the later middle part of that. Time to do all the YouTuber things. If you like the video, please like it, because the analytics help me out when you do that, and comment, and share, and hype, and what have you. If you want to share this with your, glitchiest friend, then I'm sure they'll enjoy this, too. What else? Discord. I have a channel Discord you can find in the description or on like the About Me section of my channel if you want to come join and talk about Mega Man and other video games and other stuff like that. I also have my socials linked below if you want to follow me there for some reason. I don't use them very much, but if you want to hear more of my opinions, then you're welcome to follow me there. Anything else I forgot? I don't think I did. So I think that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thanks everyone for joining me for a crazy-ass game, and I think at some point I'll return back to the Discord and probably end up playing as Raocow next, because, you know, why not? But that probably won't be for a good couple of weeks. I need a break from this game before I can come back to it. I need to forget about how buggy it is before I return to it, and then I'm like, oh yeah! Alright. Yeah, good night everybody. I'm gonna get a good sleep, and I hope you do too. Peace. See you for Freedom Planet tomorrow or whatever. Bye!